breaking news now from Washington, D.C., where there is confusion in the Capitol tonight. Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell appears to be backing away from his threat to make Democrats go it alone in raising the debt ceiling, a move that would allow the government to keep paying its bills. But many Republicans say they are in the dark about those plans, with some even vowing to oppose any compromise attempt made by their party's leader. NewsNation correspondent Joe Khalil live tonight in Washington. Joe, break down what is happening right now.
Well, it was late this afternoon that this news broke, Nicole, that the Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell was essentially offering up some kind of agreement, some kind of deal to Democrats, saying Democrats would be allowed to raise the debt limit just until December, avoiding this economic collapse, and that he says Republicans would not interfere if they did that. But again, the strange thing about that offer is that we spoke to at least 5 other Senate Republicans. Many of them said they had no idea the details of this offer at all, and some even said they would oppose their own leader's deal there. And Democrats, by the way, are not crazy about this deal either. We talked to a couple of Democratic senators. One told us she thought it was BS, and another told us that he thought that Mitch McConnell was being unnecessarily difficult in these negotiations. But look, the bottom line is that this is not a game. In 12 days from now, if Congress does not act to raise the nation's debt limit, the U.S. is going to default on its debt for the first time in its history, and that we know is going to lead to potential economic disaster. Here are just some of the things that would happen if we got to that point. Social Security checks, they would stop going out. Workers' 401ks, that would take a major hit. Interest rates on things like credit cards, on car loans and home loans would skyrocket. Potentially 6 million jobs could be lost almost immediately, and we would very likely see a stock market crash, so it would hit investors as well. Now, there was a vote earlier today. It was delayed. We haven't seen it yet. That would raise the debt limit eventually, but we know that's not going anywhere. Republicans have vowed that they're going to vote against that, so that's not likely a solution. We saw President Biden today even meeting with a roundtable of CEOs talking about what would happen if we got to a national default. He says it would basically trigger a recession almost immediately and hurt millions of Americans if that happens. Nicole?
All right, so yeah, Joe, we certainly hope that that's not what happens. All right, thank you for that.